Hello everyone, I am the HalfWit Brit and this is Manor Lords, and I'm just going to go slightly against what I'd usually do, where we'd go through each of our regions and say what we're going to do. Because sometimes, it's not been pointed out to me, but I'm well aware of it. I don't always get everything done that I think I'm going to get done. So I'm going to go with a bit of a sort of an idea of what I want to do, maybe over the next couple of episodes, and see what you think. And you can let me know in the comments if there's a better way of doing what I'm going to do. So if we just zoom out quickly. So we got ye old jam jar. I do need to start developing here, and we will today, because I want to get the retinue from this area. I'm also thinking about iron deposits. Now obviously we've got the rich iron over here, so that's great. They will continue to they will continue to mine that. But at what pace, I don't know, because we don't get any statistics, so I'm guessing it is slower. But then I'm looking down here to Eichenhau, potentially. I don't know if it's German. It's potentially pronounced a little bit different. But anyway, they have an iron deposit here, which is rich. And also over here in I don't know. It's German. You think it'd be good because I'm English and the languages are very similar. But yeah, no, it doesn't always work that way. But yeah, there's two rich deposits here of iron. There's also berries and wild animals, which is quite useful. So I'm thinking we'll develop the ye old jam jar, we'll get the retinue. Now at some point during this time we are going to get raided, so whether that's by raiders or whether the Baron attacks us again, I don't know. But while I'm doing that, that's potentially going to happen. So I guess my question is it a good idea to start attacking once I get the additional retinue? I think I can recruit one more. Let's have a look. Can I do one more? Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Oh, that's interesting. My count. I thought you could only have 6, unless it's going to say no when I click on that, because these two are retinue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you can have more, or maybe that's going to be militia. We'll try it out and see. But do I need a lot more? I mean, obviously armor and weapons are being crafted, so if we look here in the Iron Veil, so aside from the plate armor, which we've not done yet, the two armorers shops here are working on got the helmets, and we have the mail. We also have in the Black Forest the gambesons being made. The two blacksmiths here are both working on different weapons, so we have spears and pole arms. There we go. That could have been pretty bad if I had not looked. And we have a Fletcher in Mamusio making arrows, and obviously the traders, there we go, are slowly but surely, in fact I'm going to put another, we had a spare family, we'll chuck them in here. They are in the process of trading and moving everything around. So as you can see over here, we do have 223 helmets. Some of those will get sold on, some of which will hopefully, so if we have a look in the Black Forest, who are very poor at the moment. What do they have? They have 40 helmets, which is what I expected. 40 armor, again, what I expected. They have quite a few gambesons, but that's only because they're making them. And they also have the warbow. So if I quickly look, wrong button here. So the Black Forest is waiting on spears, that looks like. But most of them have got pretty much everything else. Now, if I want my troops stronger, I need to upgrade as many burgage plots to level 2 as possible. So yes, so quite a few things to do. So just in a nutshell, I might even put a timestamp here. This is the plan for the next couple of episodes. 1, develop the old jam jar to get the retinue. Number 2, potentially attack one of these two. I'm literally leaving this down to you, which one I should go for. If you think I should wait until I've got more troops or in kind of a better position, I don't know. And we'll just kind of generally go about what we've been doing, i.e. farming, because we're in July, we're getting close to September. Some of these fields are getting very close. So yeah, we'll be doing a bit of everything. Anyway, that was about how long? Where's my timer? 5 minutes? Oh, almost exactly 5 minutes of me gassing on about what I want to do. But yeah, I just thought it was a little bit better to say we're going to do 10 things here, 10 things there, and maybe only achieving 2. So yes, let's crack on. So obviously in the last episode we added more orchards. Now, is this a level 2? It is. This is quite big now. When I think I looked last time, it didn't fill it all up, and it's not completely filled this area, which, you know, slightly annoying. We can see some apples here in these orchards have been around a little bit longer. And then when we come over here, I think when I last looked, these orchards were only half planted, but now when you look, it kind of blends in a little bit. It is a full orchard, so that's kind of cool. However, I think if we have the resources and the capability, okay, we won't be able to just yet because it says we've not given them everything they need. If I remember rightly though, we're in a pretty good place. Food variety, 1% off. So just give it a bit of time, that should help. We definitely will put some more of those in. But I was just thinking over here, is I made that sort of discovery, or you could say I had an epiphany, or maybe I just read the tooltips that when you upgrade the houses, in fact that's probably a wrong one to go with, it does tell you that you do get an extra family. And I don't know why I didn't pick up on this. It's, well, your guess is as good as mine. But when I actually look in here, now we have 3 families, well actually 6 because there's 2 here. They're not actually artisans, so they will go and do other things, I'm guessing. I've not assigned them to anything particularly, so they can be farmers. But there's plenty of people to harvest something this big. So I'm now interested. I don't know how this is going to go. This will be interesting. How big of a burgage plot can I put in vegetables? I'm not going to go nuts, but I'm sort of thinking over here maybe. Let's have a sort of think, because if I remember rightly, I'm only interested in flax and barley. There's some kind of lighter green here. There's still plenty of darker green, and these other places. Oh, we could do it up here. Let's use this because this is just Emma. So which road is the best one to take? Let me try here. Let's see what happens. So that's 3 points. How far can we go with this? So that's going to kind of stop there. What happens if I click more up here? See, that is definitely one plot. How far can we go? That is one, well, actually, I say it's one plot, but it's 2 houses. Let's see if all of those will become vegetables. Or how much of it, or whether it would prefer me to give it a perfect square. Okay, so that's done. We should definitely be making ale over here now. Let's come out of this menu. Ale 23, yep, because we added in the additional brewery, didn't we? We did. They are working on it. I may add another one at some point. But just thinking about the additional families, I think some of these level 1s, where we can, see they're moaning about supply of goods. Now, if I remember rightly, what are we at? Are we at 100%? Pretty much. I thought, and I could have swore I put, oh I did. There's a marketplace over here. So, you know, we're not doing too bad. Again, it's just a matter of time. Now, these ones here we could do to level 2. Missing some weapons here. And I guess I should do it now before we need the additional people. We've not even given them any farms or anything. Yeah, before we need the additional people for farming. Let's just quickly do that. Is that 3? In fact, will it let me do them all? No, what are we short on? Logs, timber, there we go. There is some in here. We'll put 2 people in there. I think 2's enough. How are we doing for planks? Probably okay. I don't know if we needed planks over here for anything, but we'll get that rocking and rolling. That is perfect. We have lots. We're going to have a lot of barley next season. I am a bit miffed with this. So this one is currently saying 93% 3 of 3. Do you know what? I'm going to tell them to harvest that because I'm not really satisfied with this field. And I'm wondering, let me just have a quick look. Barley. So it is kind of taking it all, but sometimes I think we had an issue over here. When I deleted it and rebuilt it, I think we put a road through the other one. It worked quite well. So I may see what I can do to tweak it. I don't know, because this is the King's Road, so we're kind of limited. I think this may be the King's Road as well, so we'll see what happens, but I'll harvest it and replace it, I think. And just thinking about harvest, we're not growing any more berries. So berries are more of a spring resource, aren't they, it seems? Because once summer hits, you don't really get them, which I'm not too sure about that, how that works, because we do have a lot of berries in kind of spring and summer in the UK, so Yeah, I'm not too sure why that cuts off. Maybe it's to do with the climate over here, but that leaves us with 16 families. And how many can you put in a farm? 8. So, yeah, we're 8 families short in a way, because we have 3 farms. We don't need to fill them all entirely. I'm not too sure if we can pinch people from anywhere. And some of these will be upgrading, won't they? So that will actually... Yeah, we still can't do that. That potentially will give us some more families as well. Just having a quick look over here. We have space for more animals. And there's a lot of timber in here. So, not sure what's happening there. Although, I guess we're not particularly using it. This small stable... Can I just order a... Oh, right. I ordered a horse. That was right. Yes, I ordered a horse for this trading post. Perfect. They've definitely got some cash over here. Now, how's the armor going? And weapons. Yep, we've got spears. Perfect. So it's just a case of these things getting moved around. I wish there was a slightly better way of doing the trade. But I don't think there is. We do have the option of what they call the pack stations. But, you know, I don't know if that works quite the way I'd want it to in the long run. We got quite, to be fair, just looking at that, 100 iron ore. So we have the 2 bloomeries. Is there a way of making this work better? So what is the issue here? Fuel, maybe? Is that a problem? Yes. So they're not getting charcoal quick enough. Now, there is charcoal in here. Maybe if we change... So we said they can hold charcoal, they can hold iron ore, and they can hold the iron slabs. And the various armors and weapons. So, if I change this... Now where... Ooh. Is there charcoal? I don't know how they'll collect it. That's sort of the problem. So, if... Yes. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. If I say you can only work sort of this area, that covers the mines, the bloomeries, and the burgage plots that are making armor and weapons, and also the other warehouse, but it doesn't cover where we're making charcoal. However, there's charcoal stored here. So if I do that, will the people that are working here go and collect charcoal from here if we need it? Albeit there's 459 charcoal here currently. It does make one wonder why the charcoal isn't getting moved around quickly enough. So let's see what... Yeah, that's it. So they're currently picking up that. That's fine. Let's have a see what everyone else is doing. You'll go into the bloomery, was that? Potentially? Transporting... Warehouse worker transport. Right, so yeah, I feel like they're stuck on the ore, so no one is actually getting out the materials. Now, am I going to venture a guess? You come off here. Can you tell me what you're doing, please? Transporting iron ore. Yeah. So it's not working as efficiently as one would like. Now, what would happen if I put more people in here? Not that I have anybody, but would that aid this? Would they just continue to transport this, or would they start delivering goods? What does it say? It doesn't really tell you anything. Because I have a habit of not reading things properly, I'm just wondering if I've missed something. So workers collect, store, and distribute goods using generic storage, so they do distribute as well. So we need to get some more people and fill this up, and hopefully that will help this, which will speed up, because we've definitely got the iron ore. Not that it's necessarily an issue, because I mean they've got iron ore, sorry, iron slabs. They've got a couple. What about in here? Completely empty. And completely empty, yes. So we may need another storehouse, but we definitely need more people. Now the question is, can we... Yeah, let's upgrade a couple of these, because it gives us an additional family. These people are not, as far as I'm aware, doing anything other than messing around with chickens. So you're going home and transporting. What are you transporting? Berries or something by the looks of it? Vegetables, there we are. Was that... Oh, that is here. So someone has joined one of the houses. So we'll upgrade a couple of these and just see where that leaves us with families. There we are. And then just sort of top this up. I mean, there is a lot of stuff in here. And it'd be interesting, actually. Do these transport the goods over here to the trading post as well? I'd like to know a little bit more about how that works. So maybe I'll have a read up. I don't know if I'll find out any information I particularly need. How many horses do we have? We have 3, so as much as I want some ox, we'll do that first. What was I going to do next? Oh yeah, so we're in August. We're told to harvest early, but I didn't put anybody in here. So let's start thinking about getting some families in the various farmhouses. So there's 4 in there. And then 4 in here. We do have wheat, so we will need some people in the windmill. I think we're completely out of wheat, weren't we? So we're not making any bread. How are we doing for food? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. I think that's affecting our wealth over here because we're not currently really trading anything out. If I quickly look, because full trade, so blocks, we don't do that anyway. So what are we actually trading with the outside world? Nothing much really. Now bread, I probably should. What's the going rate for that for? But then it's something we need, so maybe not. Yeah, they're not really trading anything apart from what they're trading with internal regions. We should still get money for that, I believe. So we should be okay. How are we doing? 5. Are these upgraded yet? Under construction. What about you? Okay, you're actually being done. So let's try and speed some of those up just to get... Put you very high. And where are you? Which one is it? You? Oh, are you done? Level 2. Okay. So you should have... Oh, you're the 1 family. So it's a level 3. Oh my goodness. Do we have the stuff to do that? Yeah, we do. Be a shame not to. Okay, there's that one. Do we have any over here that we can make level 3? And, oh, wow. Timber is an issue. 1 minute you got tons of the stuff. The next minute you've got none at all. I'll let that just catch up slowly but surely. But this should now start getting harvested. Have they already done it? There's not a lot going on here. Let me just speed up a quick second. I can hear buildings being built. Okay. Right, pause. Let me see what I can do with this field. Now, I'm pretty sure I can't remove this road, but let me try. Alt, isn't it? King's Road, King's Road. So we are... Unless I get rid of this road here. And then... demolish this. Hopefully this doesn't break, because we had some issues with fields at one point, didn't we? So let's not go down that road again. Let's see what we can do with this. Where's the furthest point we can go? It didn't like that, did it? So can we go somewhere there? No? Sometimes though, if you just kind of play around with it a little bit, you can sometimes get what you want. I don't know which bit is causing the issue here. It may be this end, so let's try something like, what's your problem? Why don't you like what I'm trying to do? So that's fine. That's fine. That's not fine. Okay. There we go. Happy with that. And that will be barley. But I'm going to leave it as fallow for the moment. That's a little bit bigger than it was before, actually. So it might actually work out better. How are we doing here? Making sure none of these are on early harvest. Oh, we have another farmhouse over here, don't we? So to put 3, oh, go on then, we'll sneak another one in there. That only leaves 1 to do the building upgrades, but these are coming along. Let's unpause the game. That's almost there. Yeah, we're in a reasonably good place. This is still bugging me, this unhappiness. Maybe once I put people in there it may clear out, but not too bad. We're going to have a lot of planting to do. What did I do wrong here? They're currently planting. Ooh. Right, so this is going to be next. What happens there? We're in August. Crops grow, possible droughts. Can we start planting the fields for next season already? Interesting. how much in the way of flax do we have currently? Flax will be there, 50. I'm wondering, so that's left as fallow. We have 100% wheat, flax. Let's think about wheat down here first. So we put wheat, fallow, wheat, perfect. Hopefully that works correctly. I'm just interested if this all goes wrong, basically, because we're only a month off. It might even be a full month at this point, off September. What will happen? Whoop. Will they plant it now? Will it all go wrong? Oh, I don't know. But let me put all these in and see what happens. Okay, I've put all the fields that I want planted for next season in place, apart from these ones over here, which are all going to be barley, including the ones over here as well. So I'm interested just to see what happens, because surely if you plant them early, that I can't see it being a massive issue, because it's not like we're going to get a winter frost in the middle of summer. That field does not look... Okay, they're still being ploughed, fair enough. But because I have so many people working on these farms, let's chuck under that family in here. So this one here is completely done. Oh, wait a minute, look. Because I've done it too early. There you go. That is the problem. 14 days left. Are any of these other ones ploughing? So if you do it too early... Right, okay. I need to stop them from doing what they're doing. How does one go about that? Pause. Oh my goodness. What have I done to myself? Oh no. That one's going to be a problem. But the ones that have not been done yet won't be an issue. Albeit I should probably let them plow it first, right? Oh god, why did I even do this? Maybe I'm missing something. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm just looking at that. That's going to harvest in 14 days with nothing. And they've spent time ploughing and planting seeds. Which, yeah, okay. It was probably a bit of an idiot mistake, but, you know, the name's the clue, right? HalfWit. Right, Jesus. Let's leave them to do their thing, and we'll come back in September, because there's not a great deal I want to sort of look at right now. I was just thinking about what I was wittering about upgrading these to get the extra family, but they need to be level 3, don't they, in order to get the additional family. So that's not quite worked out, albeit we're going to get more money for those. So that's one thing. How's the bloomery doing? Charcoal, it's got no iron ore. It's kind of working, but not. I'm just going to put in over here some more burgage plots while I sort of think about it. We can get you in here. And we need to put stuff in their back garden as well, don't we? I might do a... So how are we doing for food over here? I think we're okay. Oh yeah, plenty enough. It'll be slightly different, that one, but we'll put that in. And we'll just put a few more over here. We've definitely got the food to cover all these additional families. But if I just do stuff like that, it will just kind of shake up how this will look once I upgrade everything. How are we doing it for weapons? Spears are doing okay. Pole arms are getting there. So slowly but surely that's definitely going to help. But it's just getting the extra pairs of hands. In fact, we don't need anyone in the forager currently, which means I'm going to put one extra family in there. Yeah, because I can't put any more in the bloomery. And we'll just kind of see how that goes over a period of time. We must be getting close to September now, which means harvest. But just sort of while we're thinking about that, I did say we're going to expand into this area. So when we look at it, we've got the berry deposit, rich, which currently has food. We've got the wild animals, and we have a little bit of iron there. Where is the road? So we've got a road here and here. Just thinking, where's the best place to build? In fact, just thinking, because the map stays the same all the time, resources move. I've had a little town here before on a playthrough by myself. But I'm thinking we've got this nice stream somewhere here. I'll just have to see where the animals are. And shall I think about the berries? It was suggested in the comments that if I look to see where my berries are, I don't know how that'll work with this being here. Let me pick a building. See, I can see exactly where all the berry bushes are. There's quite a few. I could put a field over those to stop them getting sort of chopped down. Now, that won't happen here because I'm not cutting the trees. But in an area where, let's say, Mamusio potentially, because I lost a berry bush over here because I built too close. And no, there was a firewood. That's what happened. Yes, firewood happened, and they chopped down the trees. So I could put a field there to protect that. I'm not going to. I just thought I'd kind of share that because it sort of makes sense if you're trying to protect stuff. I may well do that in the old jam jar, because I've got to be very careful over there with what I do. But we can sort of think about doing this because there is the potential for food, at least now. There's still some berries, and there is definitely some wild animals. So let's kind of think about doing that just while it's in my head. What is this? Oh, erase. I thought it was a new button. I got excited for a little second there. So this is taking money, which I have plenty of, by the way, from there. Right, let's have a look. Berries. None of this is very flat. That's just something to bear in mind. I don't mind it being away from the road, but it's going to be, I mean, that is fairly steep. But I want to be somewhat close, so I don't know if I should build it up here. It is a little ways away from some of the stuff, but this area kind of makes sense. It's very close to the border, so if we get attacked, I'm not going to have much chance to do anything about it, but let's go with that. We may as well go for plentiful, potentially. We don't need the tools, but we've got so much money, it'd be daft not to, wouldn't it? So let's do that. Issue straight away. So we have timber. Now, how much timber does it take? It's 5 families. So, what's that, 10? And we have enough. So, I'm probably going to do that off the bat. So, let me just sort of think about this. Where do I want them? I'm probably going to want vegetables at some point. So, if we do the road kind of along here, I will unpause the game in a second. Sometimes I just need the little bit of breathing room that the pause button kind of gives you. So they're linked up to there. We'll link you up for now. We can change all this later. Right. So burgage plots. We need 5. I'll leave a little bit of space there, I think. How many is this going to give us? I'm thinking of like vegetables long term, so that's 6, isn't it? We'll be fine with that, won't we? It should be fine. If I say the very last one paused, because we don't want to build that, so I'll let them do that. We also need storage, so we can whack a granary. We've got food up here. The berry bushes are in that sort of area. So, you know, should we try this out? I'm tempted to save the game first in case something goes wrong. Okay, the save is done. Let me just see where the bushes are. I think they're all very close to each other. They are. There's one kind of out there by itself. Ooh, quite a distance. So field. Let me just, if we do something like this. Now this, you got to bear in mind, this will wipe out the trees. And as you can see, there are all the berry bushes. Now I can't do anything to destroy them, and at least I can see where they are, which is quite useful. So that then means granary wise, if we put that sort of next door, because we're going to have meat as well, so that would make a lot of sense. So we have a granary there. The storehouse, I don't know, I might just put it here, like so. So we have that and that. What else are we missing? A hitching post doesn't matter for the moment. We will need this. It only costs 2, which we will have the money for. There's not... Ooh, I've got to be careful where I put this. There is trees here. There's a little bit here. There's a lot over here. Now, this is going to be a distance, isn't it, really? So we'll put it here. We will need a hitching post. Hitching posts are free, so we can do that, right? That makes sense. I'm proper thinking things out today. I'm trying not to make too many mistakes. We'll ignore what I did with the fields earlier. Right. Okay, so we've got that. That doesn't matter right now. How much money do we have? 205. And let's get that built first. And we can order ourselves another ox, can't we? They are getting done. Perfect. Storage will be done. They'll have a house. Yes, that's all good. I'll leave them be. I mean, I'd like to get that. Hopefully we can harvest that. I mean, how much food do we have? We have enough for a year, so that's not too bad. And we have another spare family over here. How's this going? We'll put them in there. Why not? Interested to see what we've got going on. That's not what I was trying to do. Bloom rate. Yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see some, maybe more than one iron ore, but at least a few iron ore, a few charcoal, because that means that we're producing the iron slabs at a decent rate. We definitely have. Is this surplus? Let's just total stored goods. Iron ore 88, so it kind of is going down slowly but surely, but we do have 13 iron, so yeah, getting there. It's a little bit annoying to me that these two guys are making this stuff, but their families don't have them. Yet when you check up here, I have 354 helmets and 128 mail armor, but no, these guys are like, we don't need them. How does that even work? How do they go and collect it? Did they get it assigned automatically? They must do, right? Because we don't sell armor. Clothing is literally clothes. How do they get their weapons? Because they've got 3. They must just go and collect it, surely. Yeah, there's another question. Maybe I should just read the help that's in the game. It will probably tell me. Now, I was just going to read this and not actually show it on the screen, but it was just kind of interesting. Armor. So, reduces damage caused by attack and ranged attack, but the caveat of increases fatigue rate. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because obviously armor's heavy. That was kind of interesting to me. And then when we look at militia, so the helmet and body armor levels are optional and depend on each recruit's residential level and my goodness, what is wrong with me today? I had a very busy day in work today. Clearly, I left my ability to speech at work when I came home. Where is it? A villager is considered equipped with when a weapon and shield, if applicable, is assigned to him. So obviously only the men go and fight, but is assigned. So that basically means they don't collect it. So the question is, why do they not have armor? So we are currently in the Iron Vale. So let me just test something out. Mamusio, Black Forest, Iron Vale. Right, so it's just archers over here. What happens if... Well, see, this says Iron Vale, 36 of 36 when it comes to weapons. Let's say 1 of 2. Why is that? Let me... I don't really want to do it because they're all busy, but... Let me rally them a second. Can I rally them inside the village? What's the issue? Oh, I was going to say, is it September? No, it's just because I've rallied them. So if I now disband... Does this change? No. Weird. I have no clue why that would be. How many... we have 86 warbows over here too, so why that's not automatically updated? Maybe they were archers and are no longer archers, potentially, because see this house here, they have everything they need. Maybe it's something to do with that, and I've just realised I don't have a manor over here, do I? I'm talking about having additional retinue. Or did I put one in? I didn't. Oh my good God. What is wrong with me? Right, so we have a manor here for this direction. Potentially they could come from the side there. And this is lovely flat land, so I might build it out here. Let's do it with the road facing that way. I can't believe. Garrison tower, we will just chuck you on the side as always. We have the materials. I can't believe, man. This takes a while to build. That's the only downside. We'll connect you to there. Perfect. So that will give me another retinue. I don't know. Don't ask. Don't ask why I didn't do it sooner. I don't know. I have no clue. Right, where was the old jam jar? I'm not used to coming this direction. Do we have the hitching post? We do, so we'll ask for another ox. We have the cash over here. That would work lovely. How are we doing here? Under construction. I want That takes 2 and 10 stone. What are we at? 6 timber. Has this been assigned already? I don't know, but let's do the highest. Very high. Just try and get them into some kind of very high. 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 Medium. There we go. That should work fairly good. And storehouse. Yeah, we'll leave that on medium. I want the houses done first. We do have obviously this ox. There will be another ox whenever it turns up. That will kind of speed this up. I mean, I am tempted to put another hitching post in. I know I can upgrade these, but we need planks, so I think we have one over there, one here. So we got stuff here we can drag, but there's gonna be more over here too. Albeit I could make that a stable later on, couldn't I? So we have a storehouse here, so maybe we'll just whack another one in. And again, we'll put that on the highest because it'll only take a second to be completed. We are now in September. I've not been paying attention. Here we go. Right, so hopefully, yeah, my farmers have been paying attention, unlike me, and they've started harvesting all the fields. We do have a spare family, actually, so let me just think about this. So we have one in there. That makes sense. How are we getting on over here? Yeah, okay. I'll probably put them in this one. Simply because we've got a lot of stuff over here. And I know they'll all run around and do the various things that needs to be done anyway. But hopefully, yeah, they're all here, there and everywhere. Now, I could change the priority of the fields, but I think we may be okay. Or do I need to find a few more people? Okay, I zipped around and pinched some people from various buildings like the malt house over here and the weavers, because we're currently not using them, so it just made a little bit of sense to do that. This is still being built, which is quite interesting. I thought that had been done. Let's put that on highest and get that done. Now, hopefully, yeah, we've got a decent amount of stuff coming through. So once this is all done, all the paused fields, I will know the ones that I need to unpause. And all the ones that are not paused are the ones that potentially could go fallow. Yeah, that's the one that I completely messed up. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this, actually. Because technically, they were going to harvest, but I paused it. And there's 0 days left. So if I just put that on the highest priority, let's see what happens. Let's speed it up and get some people over here. I want to see what they actually do. So we're currently on growth. Have I broke the field? That will be an interesting question. We'll see what happens though. No one's come over here yet. Interesting. Now the problem with these ones is once they've harvested, they will plant again. So it's kind of annoying, really. So that's fine. That's a paused field. Let me just have a. Although I could go to crop rotation and make sure that these are on fallow. I mean, that could be barley as well, or flax even. Let's just leave them on fallow for now, just so I know what is actually happening. You're done. That's fine. You're paused. Oh, God. It's so confusing when you've got these many. Again, I could have just left it, obviously. This one has been done, so we'll put that out. And the orange, the pause, is not the easiest thing to see, so that one's completely done. Yeah, we're leaving that one because we want to see what happens. We'll leave that like that. This one they're currently doing. Yeah, perfect. Right, if I've done that properly, I've set them all just to fallow for the moment. I probably need to switch that to barley. Barley, fallow, barley. It should go to fallow again, I think, if I do that. Let me just double check. If I put that to barley, I want to see what happens. Because sometimes I feel like barley will kind of be twice next to each other. But we'll see what happens. It's just, I do struggle. Maybe it's just me. Kind of understand it, what's going on, basically. So here, if I'd have left that on, let's do it on this one. If I took the crop, there we go. This is what I mean. It's put barley next to each other twice. Kind of annoying. But if I didn't have the crop rotation on, once they've harvested, they'll try and plant again, and it's not useful. Maybe there's a better way of doing it. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, the old jam jar's leveled up. I have to pop over there in a second. But yeah, I don't see these ones that are paused. I do want them to plant, but the ones that they've just done, I don't want them to do it again. There maybe is a better way of doing it. I don't know. I've not sussed that out yet. But hopefully, once they've harvested all of these, and it looks like all the fields are harvested, it's just delivering all the stuff back to the farmhouse. And to be fair, they're not in a bad place, I think. I think they've done a fairly good job. I could start unpausing to get the stuff sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Ploughed. Do they use the oxes? Sorry, oxen. Don't shoot me. Do they use the oxen to... What are you up to? Yeah, you see, I didn't want that to happen. Barley. It could be wheat. It could be barley, actually. No, actually, we'll do it as wheat. There we go. Yeah, I guess the ox don't actually take the goods back. I don't think they do. I think it's down to the people. What is going on with this field? So, that's going to be a 0 yield field. There's something that I struggle to say twice in a row. Just because I planted it too early. So we know definitely not to do that in the future. This is being transported. You are not doing anything. Perfect. Okay. So I need to go along now and start unpausing all these so they'll start to plough them. Although that has been ploughed mostly. But yeah, I'll go and do that quickly. And then I'll go over and check Ye Olde Jam Jar and see how we're getting on. Ooh, remember we had an issue where we had 0 on all of these and this field had just done that. But I've just seen it, so I'm hoping we've averted the inevitable crash that tends to happen. I think it's when they go to interact with the field, so hopefully we're okay. That was quite an annoying bug, which obviously hasn't been fixed. Let me just unpause these, but yeah, that was a little bit worrying. See, these are wanting to do barley again, which we don't want them to do. So this one is 50%. I could technically still do it, right? But let's leave it as fallow. But I'm not going to. Anyway, I said I was going to pop over to Ye Olde Jam Jar, didn't I? So that is exactly what we'll do. Right, okay, so we did get the development point. We do have the houses, so they're quite happy about that. The storehouse is built, but nobody's in there, so we'll do that. Perfect. We have the hitching post. Does that mean we can order 14 more days? We can get another one. Perfect. The granary is almost done. That's also very good. No farmhouse. That's because of that field, but there's not much I can do about that. How much? We still have a lot of berries. So potentially, let me get that built first. What do we need for? Is it just wood? Oh, yeah, perfect. So if we just slot that in there, we might be fortunate enough to get some of those berries. Which also means we need a marketplace, which I've not done yet. So, and I've also not done water, have I? Actually, let's see where the water is for... Oh, look at that. That is perfect. Literally in the center of town. Might put it on that side there. As long as this gets built first, I should be okay. We have someone in there, so that should solve one of these. The granary is now built, which means I can do that. Perfect. I won't unpause that just yet. That is... Yeah, that's gone quite well. Excellent. So we're slowly but surely gaining more families over here in Iron Vale. And as you can see, yeah, we are definitely making the stuff now. And they've got plenty of cash. Yes, I will put a market area in. Don't panic. They've just got so much in the way of weapons and armor. And I don't know if... Let me just double check. So we got full trade. But I'm not currently trading with the free merchants, am I? Something I'll need to do at some point. I don't need to right now because money's not an issue. It's just making sure that every region has everything that they need. So, I mean, a quick way of doing that, I suppose, is just going in here and having a look. So, the desired surplus is 40 on each of these. You can see I've got 40 mail. I've got 81 gambesons. They'll obviously go out as and when. The war bows. So some of the stuff is already over here. The weapons are obviously going to take a little bit longer. The pole arms and spears. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how that's going. And then, well, someone's clearly not happy with how things are going. Was it a house that was on the end here? Okay, they're fine again. We'll chuck someone in the windmill. I think this is a bug. I don't want to remove this building because it was here. Saw pit is full. Yeah, that's fine. So it looks like, though, our fields, yep, they've definitely all been harvested. There's still a few bits of crops here and there that have not been gathered, as we can see. Are they not? Are they? Sometimes they go home. Okay, they are in the process of transporting still. Oh my, look at that. They're so busy. That farmhouse, what are they doing? Yep, the same thing. They're all transporting. Hopefully, they manage to do all the fields in time. It would be really interesting to see. And I'll get kind of a understanding if we need more farmhouses or if we need more farmers. Obviously, we've got some slots still available, which potentially is a thing. I'd like to get to a point where there's even more fields. What is that shiny thing? You kept catching my eye. I think it's the water glistening in the sun. But yeah, it's not too bad at all. How are we? For 399 flax, excellent. 242 barley. I would have liked to have seen more, but it depends what the conversion ratio is between barley and malt. Wheat, not too bad, but we've got 48 ale currently and 35 malt. So things are sort of working as they should, but considering this area is supplying all of the linen, or flax, depending on how you want to look at it, all of the ale and all of the bread to the other regions, I don't think he's doing too bad, but this forest is probably going to die at some point in aid of growing more, and we definitely need more and more burgage plots. But I think I'm going to leave this episode right here. I think we've had a successful harvest season. We're obviously now planting, still in September. We've also done Yo Jam Jar is underway. We've also put a manor in over in Iron Vale, which will give us that retinue. And then, yeah, as I said at the beginning, do you think we're in a position to go for one of these regions and challenge? And if so, what is the best way of doing it, i.e. mercenaries? And I know I'm not very good with the way I put my troops and people get overrun. So it'll be interesting to see how it happens when we finally do it. But I think we do need to start taking the fight to him. We're kind of getting to that point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care.